So you had mentioned that there was a point, like in the middle, basically, of your relationship where you kind of started to dip your toes into, self help and self development and kind of doing things a little bit differently. Um, how old were you when you really started to realize that you could do life differently? Was it after the relationship, or was it at that point, or because you kind of still went a whole different journey? When did you actually sit down and you're like, this is wrong?
It really wasn't until my first mentor, which was 3 years ago.
Really?
Yes.
How long have you been divorced?
I had been divorced for 2 years.
Okay, got it. So right around that time, you got a mentor. And
Yes.
they started to really. What's the difference to you between a mentor and a therapist?
Well, she was also psychic
Ah, okay.
and a clairvoyant and intuitive.
Got it.
So she was able to read my mind.
Wow.
And she was able to call me out
Got it.
and put me in my place.
Got it. So what were some of the first epiphanies that you had with her?
She told me that I was an extra sensitive, which is very similar to an empath.
Empath, yeah.
And so I started researching that. And I was like, no wonder. Like all those epiphanies just went off in my head.
Yeah.
Like that's why I attracted that man, because I kind of am a therapist.
Yes.
I am the light. He was attracted to me.
Yes.
And he was an energy vampire. And he was taking my energy because it was so positive.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel as if he had pretty high narcissistic traits? Like, would you kind of view him up on that?
Yes.
In that category?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How many of those types of individuals have you had in your life? Is that, the three that you mentioned, are those kind of like the main ones?
My other two siblings.
Really? From where? How did that happen?
My father has tendencies as well.
Got it. Makes sense. And then you're the youngest, you said?
Yes. The youngest of four.
Yeah. Yeah, so it makes sense that you would kind of. Well, actually, that goes both ways, but I could see that. What were some of the first things that you researched, after meeting this mentor and stuff? What were some of the first, like, little nuggets that you kind of grasped onto to kind of open up your eyes?
The main thing that I was attracted to her for was for the law of attraction.
No kidding. How did you find her, by the way?
I found her in the law of attraction group.
Nice.
So I was kind of already on the path.
Yeah.
Of going down law of attraction, and that's when I found her.
Very cool. Very cool. And how long are you still working with her?
Or no.
Okay. How long did you work with her for?
I worked with her for a year and a half.
No kidding. And then you kind of opened up your own journey into self-help. How has that looked?
I started really getting into other things that she's not interested in.
Like what?
So I started doing oracle cards. I started talking to other psychics. Just getting into tools, crystals, and incense. And she didn't believe in any of that.
Got it. Very interesting. Who are some of the main books or authors or people that you kind of clung on to? Like, do you have one that you...
I absolutely love the Untethered Soul.
Okay.
Michael
Singer. Yes. What else?
And I just started reading another Louise Hay book. But I absolutely love Louise Hay. There's like 3 or 4 other books that I absolutely love from her. Heal Your Heart.
Heal or kill?
Heal.
Heal Your Heart. That's great. Absolutely. Can you tell a total difference? Power now. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. So can you tell a total difference between the individual that you have, that you're turning, that you are pivoting into compared to the individual you were?
Yes. When I very first started reading self-help books,
Yeah.
I was still kind of in denial because I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
But now that I know who I am and
Yeah.
how I work,
Yeah.
I can go and find these other books that are helpful to me.
Yeah.
Whereas before I was looking for self-help books that was going to help somebody else.
Yes. Very
Yes.
good point. Very good point. That's so interesting. And I feel as if a lot of people do that.
I was looking for something to save my marriage.
Yes.
And I was doing it for him.
Absolutely. Yep. That so rings true to anybody who's listening to this now or on replay. It's so important to work on yourself. Figure out you. Because if you figure out you, you're not leaning on anybody else. Absolutely. I love that you said that. As far as reading these books and what have you, do you remember kind of the mindset that you were in at that point? Like, why did you even decide to do that? Because the reason I'm asking you this question is there's so many individuals who are just, and I know you know people like this, who are just set in the problem.
Absolutely.
And they won't even take a moment to consider just checking it out. Just check it out. Where were you? Like, how did you decide to finally say, I'm going to do this for me? I'm going to start looking up things for me. What was your mindset on that? How did you decide that?
I was tired of the old way. Yeah. I wasn't getting where I wanted to go.
Yeah. 100%.
And that came in with the law of attraction. Like you're not getting where you're going because you're still in the same old mindset.
Yeah. Do you feel like it takes like some humility almost to kind of start doing that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. To really start realizing, hey, I need to start working on myself because there's something wrong with me. And it's not like there's something wrong with me and I'm a bad person. It's there's something wrong with me and I have the power to fix it.
Right.
Yeah. It's just like anything else. Like if you're dealing with health problems, or weight problems.
And it's crazy because when I met my mentor, I was doing law of attraction and trying to manifest money. And I ended up helping my fibromyalgia.
Really?
Yes.
During that?
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Because I was holding on to so much of all of the past that I just told you. And that's what was causing my fibromyalgia.
Wow. Absolutely. I can't even imagine how you would have felt when you were starting to realize that was minimizing.
One day I woke up and I wasn't in pain. It was the first time in 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what they say. They say that.
Yes.
Yeah. The disease. 100%.
Because I was working on myself. And I was going through the shadow work, and I was letting go of things, and I was forgiving people. And I wasn't holding on to all that anymore.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as heavy.
Yeah. Wow. What are the biggest changes that you feel you've made over the past few years?
I mean, that was probably the biggest transformation for me. Was to not be in pain anymore. After all the times that I had gone to the doctor and the medications that I was on, And the therapy, I just felt like I wasted a lot of time.
Yeah. I bet. I bet. I think about that too sometimes. But so grateful that we figured it out because there's so many people that never ever figure it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.